currently here in the Banyan Tree Resort in Mayakoba, which is in Mexico, in case you're not sure. And so I've come here to review this beautiful, relaxing destination as a potential honeymoon location for you and your new spouse. So I will be taking a look around for you and let you know what I think. Obviously starting off pretty well, hanging about in a hammock. Just checked into our villa. It is pretty swish. So I'm just going to show you around before we put our stuff everywhere and it won't look the same. Okay, so let's do a little tour. So this is the bedroom. Again, nice big Super King bed there and a huge headboard and really high ceilings. It's pretty grand. And we've got double doors there to a hammock. I'm gonna swing about and you can see the pool starts there. So the view from the bed is the pool there. And then you come around and you can see the other pool out here with the hot tub and sun lounges. And you've got your TV. And then we come around, see your drinks and things. And then the bathroom. So there's a whole like really cool central island thing. Again, his and hers. Wash stations, lots of mirrors. Oh, there's me. And again, I'm now looking out on to another, well, I guess it's more of a bath out there. So that's outside. There's all like candles in the wall over there. So it's all enclosed and private. And then this is the shower room. Okay, and a nice little bench and toiletries, rainfall shower, another shower, and you still have a nice view outside in the privacy. And come back through here. There's obviously a washroom there, and a walk-in closet. Who doesn't love a walk-in closet? Alright, and see our coats are already in here, but provide you with dressing gowns, obviously safe. They bring flip-flops and towels and things, and there's obviously a mirror for a changing station. Yeah, I'll come back through, and then we'll head outside. Alright, so you see the pool a bit better? So this whole area is all private and all yours. Okay, nice there. So we're not really overlooked by anybody at all, actually, looking around. So this is ours. There's a little parasol over there with that. That's the way out. Okay, so again, a little garden area, and then you walk across here into your own little lounge area. So you have a whole dining table, tea, coffee, mini bar, and check this out. Obviously another TV, but oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. How about a bit of that? Massive, absolutely massive. Honestly, you could sleep another family of like 10 in here. Right, and even if the little one said roll over, you'd still be fine. Right, so pretty impressive. So yeah, pretty beautiful. So, and you've got bikes that come with your room, so you can get out and get to the beach and restaurants, or you can call for your own a little golf cart that'll come and pick you up, or you can of course walk if you're feeling really committed. Yeah, so that's a little look around, but it's definitely pretty amazing. Here at the Banyan Tree, in your own villa, you have your own enclosed hot tub and pool. So as you see here, I'm now enjoying the hot tub, which you can enjoy with your as your newlyweds, with perhaps with a glass of champagne or mimosa, and probably enjoy yourselves and relax. And maybe we should get some bubbles going. one thing I'm loving about this villa is that this pool is heated. So often I go to places and you think, hot country, great, the pools will be warm. They're just not, but this one is. So I am a happy camper, and that is a big thumbs up from the Banyan Tree for me. Yeah, and it's even long enough to get a few decent laps in rather than just sort of flailing around for a bit. So yeah, well done Banyan Tree. Then this could be the beach for you. There is a big expanse of sea shoreline to walk. You can access it right from the resort, and it goes all along the Mayakoba resorts. So there's plenty of resorts along the shoreline where you can drop in for like meals along the way or refreshing beverage like that. It's a really nice beach. It's really deep. There's a lot of sand, and there's obviously a big ocean out there. And the sand quality is great, and it's really nice and quiet. Like, there's hardly anybody here. There's not as much to spot in the ocean as some other places I've been. So if you really like watching turtles bob up or crazy fish leaping around, then this might not be the one for you. But as I say, if you like those romantic strolls, then this is probably a pretty good one. Good morning. So we're just on our way to breakfast from our Sanctuary Pool Villa. It's not an all-inclusive resort here, but breakfast is included, and let's face it, that's basically the most exciting meal of the day anyway. It's a buffet breakfast, so we'll let you know how I get on. So just getting back from breakfast, and like, pastries were really good. Can't knock the pastries, so definitely try out their pain au chocolats. Just the range wasn't that great, there wasn't that much there. It was all well presented, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be here longer than a few days for the selection that they have. So yeah, that's my review for that. So if you're looking to get off the sun lounger or whatever by the pool or in your villa or by the beach, one thing you might like to do is walk along the nature trail that runs right around the Mayakoba area, so between all the different resorts that are here. So you can get access to any of the different ones because they're not all inclusive resorts, so you can just walk into like the cafes and pay, so you can walk around like we are on a nice romantic stroll and call in for some lunch and then continue on and walk back around. So if you get tired at any point, you can hop on a shuttle or on a boat to get you back. But yeah, you can try and spot some wildlife. We've seen some geckos and some turtles and some iguanas, but yeah, nothing too impressive yet. I had hoped for a little bit more from the trails. Like, they're pretty and well built, but they're basically just sort of set off the road. So, but if you're just looking for a nice gentle stroll and not like a hike, then this could be for you. I wanted to show you where we're going to come for dinner tonight because it'll be too dark by then to film. So we're going to come to this restaurant called Saffron. I'm really excited about it because it has got one of my favourite dishes on it and one of my husband's favourite dishes on the menu. So it's a yellow curry for me, so I will report back on how it is later, but I thought I'd get a quick look around for you while there's no hustle and bustle. There is the outside veranda. Obviously there's some like lights strung up here which will be lit up later, and my husband will be dressed up later. And another one over here, which is super pretty. You can imagine it all lit up. I'll try and take some photos for you later too. But look at it all. Looking out onto the water. There's also an indoor section just there, as you can see. So it's so pretty. And yeah, so I'll give it my review later on. So, Saffron. That's the Thai restaurant here at the Banyan Tree. It is good. I would highly recommend it. So, as you know, I was super excited to go because I noticed they had a yellow curry on the menu, and my husband was excited too because they had a beef Penang on the menu. Yeah, and we shared the chicken and beef satay to start. I have to say, the chicken and beef satay that we had as the starter is probably the best I've ever had, including the ones I've had in Thailand itself. And my yellow curry was first or second place in what I've ever had. Probably only second to one I had in the lemongrass restaurant in the Aria in Las Vegas. So yeah, it's definitely up there. And you know, it was great. It was lovely service. Could have been a little quicker, but it was really friendly, helpful. When we arrived, like, the lady on the door gave me this flower and put it in my hair, which you can see there, and did this sort of ritual, like hand washing for us, and offered to take our photo, which they'll then email to us. So really nice little touches there, which we weren't expecting. We got to sit outside, and it was really lovely, like, atmosphere with it all lit up at night. But as I said previously, it was way too dark to film out there this evening, so hence the footage from earlier. So yeah, if you're staying here, I would definitely go there, and maybe also a reason to stay here in the first place. And then for dessert, we went on over to the Italian restaurant, and I had the tiramisu and my husband had the chocolate souffle. Now, my tiramisu was fine, like I wouldn't be rushing to have it again, but oh my god, the souffle was it was hands down the best we've both ever had in our lives. It was so rich, you could just share one between two so that you don't have a heart attack and need a defibrillator to get you home. And that was with us having like tea with it, just to like soften it. But yeah, it was incredible. And they as well, just put it out of reach, there we go. They also gave me a little rose, a nice real rose, which they've even dethorned for us, before we left, and offered to arrange transport to get us back to our villa as well. Not that we needed it, but yeah, so just all those touches, which is really great. And just made for a really nice night, so I would recommend. So bike is one way that you can get around the Banyan Tree Resort. They provide them per person at your villa, and you can use them to get around to the restaurants or just have a nice walk along the paths. Side note, you can forget how to ride a bike. It's been a while. So today is finally our last day here. We're very sad to be going tomorrow morning, but it's been a good trip. Today we went on a kayak tour. That's not included in the cost that you've already paid. You have to pay extra for it, but it's not going to break the bank. and well worth doing. Your guide is really good, and we saw like a baby turtle. There was chances of seeing crocodiles. There are crocodiles here, but that didn't happen. Yeah, and it's obviously quite scenic and things, so I'd recommend doing that if you're going to be staying here. And we went on a bit of a bike ride with the bikes that are provided with the room. So we had a nice little sort of tour around on that, sort of see everything on our last day. And as you know, I was raving about the Thai restaurant called Saffron here at the Banyan Tree. So much so we're going to go there again tonight for our last night, so that we go out on a high. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to going to that again. But yeah, so all in all, it's been a good trip. I think it's not cheap, okay, and obviously it's not an all-inclusive, so you're paying basically for everything. The staff are great. It does meet expectations in terms of what you've paid for, I think. But obviously you're a captive audience for restaurants, and they are extortionate, like they are really pricey. The food quality is good, and it doesn't feel like a rip-off in that sense, but it is expensive, so come prepared for that if that's, you know, what you're thinking of doing, because there's no kitchen, at least in our level of villa. So yeah, so you're a bit of a captive audience on that one, so yeah, just bear that in mind. Kids are allowed here, which may or may not factor into your decision in terms of romance level, or just in terms of whether you want to take your kids on honeymoon with you or not anyway, but I haven't found the kids too intrusive, and there's kids menus everywhere, so if the prices are a bit steep for you, maybe you could switch to that, because their portions still seem by British standards to be quite large. Just a tip there for you. But yeah, I haven't felt over kiddified. Like, it's still very sort of adult, sophisticated resort. The resort itself is quite spread out, so you can't just sort of really quickly just pop down to the beach and think, oh, I'll just pop down there and then I'll pop back and get changed and this, that and the other. You're kind of more committed to your plan for the day. But they make it really easy to get around. They'll come, as I've said before, they'll come pick you up in a golf cart. I've not had to wait more than under 60 seconds, I think. Not that we've used that many times, but they'll get you between the different points. I say there's the bikes that are parked outside your own front door all the time for you to use, and there's the boat that runs through the canal system within the whole Mayakoba resorts too, so you can go to different restaurants and in the different hotels and within the area as well. So there's lots of easy ways to get around, even though it's spread out a bit more. One thing we really liked about being here was, even if you're not here for a long time, so you don't want to be going off all kinds of places because you want to actually enjoy the resort you paid the money for, right? So there are those nature trails that we talked about before. Really enjoyed doing that. And as you go around that, you find quite a hidden cenote, which there is a tour guide sort of sat near the top that will take you down for free and give you a little talk about what's going on in there. It's a small one, but it's really lovely that it's there and that you can just go down and have a look during until 5 p.m, because there's obviously bats that live down there, so you don't want to be down there when they're trying to get out. So on the plus side, there's no mosquitoes down there, so if you get bitten a lot like me, that's a little sanctuary away from it, because obviously the bats eat the mosquitoes. So yeah, top tip. Yeah, so, and I don't think they really advertise that that's there. We weren't aware of it before we came. So yeah, a little hidden gem there. What else? So I say, in terms of wildlife, in your villa itself, you will quite possibly encounter some raccoons. at night, even just when we open the door to the pavilion, I think they know that's where the like room service comes. So even when we haven't had any, like they come out and start investigating. So make sure you shut the doors. But yeah, from a distance they're quite cute and fun to watch out your window. As mentioned, crocodiles. There's supposed to be spider monkeys, but I've not spotted any of those. So there's a few little turtles around, frogs. Apparently there are jaguars out there. Again, I've not seen them, but a member of staff did show me a photo on his phone of one that he saw. So yeah, if you like your animal spotting, there's that. As I said, the room was good, like the villa, which I'm in now. So I'm in the pavilion now, where you can see out onto our pool out there. Yeah, and I know I gave you a tour on my first day. Having been in the room for a few days now, so it's still really lovely. Housekeeping are great, you know, and you've got your own sort of tea, coffee makers and things in the room, which are complimentary. But yeah, it's odd things, like there's a lack of bins, or my bugbear when I go to hotels is a lack of like charging points for my devices. You know, you make do obviously, and it's fine, but yeah, sharing that with you. The thing that annoyed me most was the hairdryer. It's terrible. I washed my hair last night. I ended up having to go to dinner with it wet because I just couldn't dry it fast enough. I assume the wattage in this country is probably lower than back in the UK, but still, yeah, a breeze outside would have been more effective. But anyway, yeah, we'll leave that one with you. If you've got short, I've obviously got a lot of hair as well, so you know. So yeah, I think that's basically everything. It's been a good trip, and I would recommend coming if you want to chill out with a little bit of activity. You're not far away from the nearest city if you want to spend a bit of time outside. It's relaxing, the staff are great, it's just pricey and a little overpriced in terms of food, but there is quality. So yeah, I would come here on honeymoon, but you may want to like mix it up with other types of holiday. So you may not just want to come here, you may want to add on other things, but that's just a thought. So yeah, so given that it was my last day, I'm gonna hop in the pool. You may have seen my husband doing laps up and down the pool behind me if you've looked carefully. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in there and make the most of it for the last couple of daylight hours that are left before I head back tomorrow morning. But I hope that's been helpful. Any more questions, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. But obviously there's their website and other pictures online as well. But yeah, otherwise, have a great honeymoon.